What are your thoughts on if you're sitting there with an 0-2 team? What would you do, Stocks, in this scenario?
Yeah, it's one of those things where you need to you have to be proactive, and you can't. There will be 0-2 teams where they've been incredibly unlucky with injuries and stuff, and the chance of them turning around will be slightly better. But it's hard for me at 0-2 to sit there and do nothing. Obviously, I'm going to be active on the waiver. I'm going to try and do some trades, but the people I'm going to try and trade with are either doing better than me or are worried about the players I'm trying to get rid of. So I find this 0-2 point of the season really difficult to get trades done because I'm trying to improve my roster by getting rid of the players that I'm worried about to people that are doing better and don't need to do those trades. So there is a really fine, I find this part between now and week 6, if I'm in a bit of a bind, a really difficult time.
Yeah, and I think there's some quick wins out there for you. So, like for me, I would be sitting there. So I think for me, if I'm trying to think of how to get additional points onto my roster, right? And you say to me, right, how can I get additional points on my roster? Well, I go and find the guy who has Tua Tagovailoa as a quarterback. Now, in a Superflex, this is much harder. But in a 1 QB, if you've got the guy who took Tua and doesn't have much else behind, then I'm looking at that person and I'm saying, right, well, there's a deal to be done here. I can trade you a quarterback. We don't know how long Tua is going to be out for. You're going to need something. Your season could be done by the time Tua gets back. So let's do a trade. Let's work something out. And I think that there's something that can be done there. And I think you don't even need to pick up a quarterback in return. You could pick up a big piece at running back, at wide receiver for the quarterback.